Here we go. Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, here we go. My name is Josh Hirschberger. I serve as General Counsel for Indiana Family Institute. I also lead our church engagement effort, the Church Ambassador Network. That's a nonpartisan effort to connect pastors with governing officials so we can work together for the common good. It did seem like attorney jokes were welcome. So when I started my practice, I did so at Madison, and I hung a shingle there, and I had to explain to several folks I didn't have shingles, right? So I hung a shingle there, and part of my work was defending families in Chin's cases. And those here that have been a part of those cases know just how difficult it is when you see a family in the grip of addiction ultimately lose their children. But I remember one particular young mother with 3 kids who got connected to a local church and a local pastor that poured into her. She found hope, she found purpose, she found community, and it was an amazing day when her charges were addressed and when she walked out of court with her 3 kids. The general principle here is that government is essential for protecting kids, for making sure they aren't abused and neglected. But we should not expect as a state for government to solve our more than 20-year foster care crisis on its own. We need the entire community, including the resources and the compassionate care of the faith community, to make Indiana thrive, to strengthen families, to care for kids, and help overcome addiction. That's what HB 1389 is all about. I have 3 points for you quickly this morning. So first, community collaboration is happening. Over the last few years, we've asked legislators, what are the worst problems in your district? And how can the church generally, how can faith communities help? Foster care was always towards the top of the list. So we began working with our churches, our largest denominations, with ministries working in this space, other community partners, to see what were the obstacles and what were the opportunities to engage in this space. And in 2025, I'm happy to report to you, we're able to join with government officials such as DCS, other faith communities, and also other community partners to begin a county-based approach. We developed this after studying 5 successful states, and specifically, I'm happy to report on this, Lake County, Indiana. You can look at the dashboard. From 2021 to 2025, they've seen a 50% reduction in Chin's cases in the Gary area, largely due to community collaboration, and specifically collaboration with the faith community, recognizing the institutional separation, but working together. So that collaboration is happening. The second point I have is that this collaboration does face challenges. As we're out encouraging faith leaders, specifically church leaders is our background, though this bill applies to all faiths, we often hear from pastors and from ministry leaders that they're concerned about their religious liberty if they get involved. Now, I'm grateful, and I wanted to point out the state has taken recent measures to ensure that people of faith are comfortable engaging in the foster care and adoptive systems. However, that has not always been the case. There have been challenges in the past, and our leaders are civically minded enough to know that those policies and practices could snap back under a future administration or agency leadership.